Hola, mi gente. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to join us. You're here listening to Chisme y Chords, where faith, music, and real conversations connect. I am your host, Mercedes Renee, and today I am so elated to have such an amazing Christian artist with us. His name is Joe Jackson Worship. I am so excited to have you. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us. Tell us what is going on in the world of Joel Jackson right now, and thank you for joining us. Tell us everything. Hi.
Yeah, hi. Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be on here and just the podcast circuit's kind of new to me because I have been doing Christian music for a long time, but like it was I mean I just kind of recently went viral on social media. I mean it was about a year and a half ago. So like people are now inviting me on podcasts, so it's cool to kind of be doing this. So this is kind of new to me. So it's cool. But yeah, I'm just working on so we're actually about to jump into production for my kids worship record.
Oh,
Um
nice.
yeah, so like over the past year and a half, basically a bunch of different videos have gone viral. So we had some hymns, songs go viral. We had some 90s worship ones go viral and kids worship ones and then 2000s worship ones. So like I basically decided a year ago to try to turn each one of those into a record. So my 90s worship record's out, my hymns record came out in the spring, and then we're about to jump into production on like a kids worship record. So like kids in Sunday school and vacation Bible school can have some more like modern type kids worship music for their stuff. So yeah.
That's amazing. Like, I know that you have like a deep catalog of like acoustic sets, mashups, and like originals dedicated to your faith journey. And you've
Yeah.
garnered like over 805,000 followers. Like on Facebook, you've garnered like, I probably like a plethora on all your other social media. So, how,
Yeah.
tell me about that journey and your faith journey and everything that is accumulated with that. Tell me how that has started and how that how all of it started. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I can like break it up into like chunks if you want to. So let me
Sure,
just
yeah.
well yeah, I'll talk about like the viral stuff. So I've been doing worship leading and Christian music for I guess like 13 years now. But there was a point where I kind of walked away from my faith and stuff was just not going well. I dealt with suicidal stuff and I decided to come back to Christianity in 2019, decided to like fully jump into Christian music in 2021. And so from 2021 on, it was like, okay, let's try to get like I just noticed how the internet had basically become like the TV. Like the TV kind of went away and now it was like the internet was the most popular thing. So I was like the most probably the most efficient way to get Jesus in front of people is to make videos about him. So I just started recording my own music and then doing like different covers and different mashups and different things and for like 3 years nothing. I mean I'd gone semi-viral a couple of times but nothing that stuck. And then I ended up just running. I did like all these modern worship mashups, so I like all the modern worship songs.
Right.
And I ran out of those, and so I was like, well, okay, I don't know what else to do a mashup for. So then I went in and I decided that I just took something like Lord, I lift your name on high,
Right.
and I said, let me try to make like a mashup, and I'll just call it a '90s worship mashup. And I recorded that and then I posted that and it got like is something like 10 million views across like every platform. And it just started to grow from there. And then I just kind of branched out to a bunch of different things. I was like, well, let me try a kids worship mashup, and that went viral. And then some hymns went viral. And so that's kind of yeah, that's how we went from like 6,000 followers in 2021 to now across all of social media, it's 2 million right now.
Wow.
Um,
Congratulations. Congratulations.
yeah,
It's amazing what God can do. And it
yeah,
is amazing. I always say that when you know what when you know what your God-given calling is, and when you actually know what He has gifted you with, then I mean, the
Yeah.
sky is the limit, and you know what your
Mm.
God-given calling is, and I love that so much for you, Joel. That it is just, I'm so proud of you, and I'm so just in awe of you and in what you're doing, and not just for Christian music, but for kids Christian music, and that kids can look up to you, and that kids can
Yeah.
like listen to your music, and just I am so proud of you, and so proud of what you are doing, and so proud of what you're bringing, God's music to the world, and that you're not afraid to walk that line of Christ, and you're not afraid to do any of that. So I am so proud of you. So thank you for that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's
Yeah.
fun. It's fun. It's crazy. It's a lot to manage, but it's fun and it's really cool because like I didn't expect the top comment I get on social media is people say, um, I haven't been to church in like 10 years or 20 years. And I came across this video and now we're going back to church. Because I guess some of the older songs remind them of what their faith used to be. So I didn't expect that to happen. So it's really cool.
Oh, I
Really
love
cool.
that. That has to make your soul feel so good, and that has to make you feel so good that you're bringing people back to the kingdom of God. So
Yeah.
I love that for you. I do, really do. So, with that said, how do you ensure that your music, aside from like the mashup and stuff, how do you ensure that
Yeah.
your music remains theologically sound and aligns with your beliefs?
Yeah. So as far as like, okay. So like, I mean, there's a lot, that we
Mhm.
could do to go into that. Um, I have 3 pastors that are, like, kind of in my life. They were my friends first. They're not just, like, accountability for me, but
Right.
they're my friends, and anytime I have any type of a question, I go to them, and this is really important for me because the qualifications of them is like really important because I'm sure you've known, and everyone has known some just crazy pastors that need to
Mhm.
never preach again. And
Right. Facts.
yeah, so for me, all of these men love their wives, like love their wives, love their kids. They're not abusive in any way, shape, or form. They're following Jesus, and it's so important to me to like be able to ask them kind of questions if I have something and I'm like, hey, like right now we're thinking about making a movie about my real life testimony, and there's like some stuff about some demons in there we want to put in. And I
Right.
went to one of my friends and I was like, hey, is this what's the biblical perspective on this? And so they really kind of they really kind of helped me know what's going on. And a lot of them, and not everybody would agree with this, but they're all pretty relaxed on like not theology necessarily, but like there's not very many worship songs that they would turn a like be upset about.
Right. Right.
So stuff's pretty relaxed with that, and with me, like for me, as long as it like I'm real careful on what I call like worship, but like as long as it like draws someone to praise Jesus or get closer to Jesus, I'm down with it. Um, Songs, I think like a song like Holy Forever is so powerful. And what I've seen leading worship at my church is when we do something like Holy Forever, it's like that's just directly talking to Jesus and calling
Mhm.
him just awesome.
Right.
That has a greater effect sometimes than like a worship song like the Father's House,
Right.
where it's
Mhm.
just like, lay your burdens down, you're in the Father's house. And like I said, I'm real careful to not call that worship, but I've just noticed it's like when we're singing straight to Jesus,
Right.
like Lord, I lift your name on high, or holy, holy, the hands go up way more.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. Yeah,
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 no,
yeah.
no, no, I completely understand because I'm on the worship team at my church. So
Yeah.
I always pay attention to when the hands go up more than they do when they don't.
Yes.
I pay attention to the songs. I pay attention to the singing as well, like when the singing is more prominent to the songs and such.
Yeah.
So yeah, I pay attention to that as well. And so I completely understand what you're saying. Absolutely.
Yeah, and then it's also like I'm also in the line of like I really do love hymns because
Mhm.
I think hymns are really powerful. I think they have a ton of like theology packed into them.
Yes. Yeah, they do. Hmm.
And then there's like I said, I try to throw two sides of the coin, and then there's a side of me that does look at some of the psalms, and which was some of them were, it was like the first technically the first like worship songs or whatever, and then some of them are very like help me god help me, and it's like
Of course.
and I'm like I know today some people would call that like me-centered worship, but I'm like it's in the Bible, so I try to do, you know what I mean,
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no,
yeah, it gets complicated. Yeah,
no, no, it does.
yeah,
But
yeah,
at least you're going into the Bible and you're getting it from the Bible. You're
yeah,
getting the hymnals, you're getting it
yeah,
from that kind of stuff. And hymnals are like where you should go in the Bible. And
mm,
Psalms is nothing but music, is literally
yes,
nothing but music. So I love
yes,
that so, so much. I really, really do. Heather
yeah.
Jacqueline Alcantar is in here and she says she is so excited about this interview. Mr. David Villa is in here and he said, hello, Mercedes Renee. David Villa is watching from Oakland. And have you seen the show The Chosen?
Oh yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
show,
yeah,
that's a
yeah.
great show.
Mr. David Villa, he is in here with The Chosen. He has
Oh,
watched The Chosen. I mean, or he
okay.
actually he's in the show The Chosen. My best friend just brought me a cookie, Joel, so I have to eat it on here.
No,
Oh,
go for it. I got
it is so hot
yeah.
and it is so warm. I'm so sorry, Joel, but it is so delish. But she brought me the cookie in my
I wish
face, and
I
it's hot.
wish I wish I had one too. That's rock and roll.
Here, here, take a bite. Take a bite, Joel. Take
There
a
you
bite.
go. I got
Yum. No, but he is in The Chosen.
that's awesome.
I love you. But he's in The Chosen, and it is so amazing. He's been doing it for, I want to say, I don't know if it's since the beginning, but he's been in a couple of seasons, and he is so
Mm,
amazing.
that's so cool.
Yeah, but
That's
I
so
need to hook
cool.
you up with him for sure. He is such an
Yeah.
amazing man, and you would love him. He's such a biblical man. Oh, and he used to play for the Oakland Raiders.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he
Okay.
was a football player too. He used to play for the
Okay.
Oakland Raiders as well. So he's always on here watching, and he's such a biblical
Oh, that's
man,
awesome.
and he's
It's
so amazing.
that's what
Amazing.
that's what I love about like The Chosen is they're like it's biblical, and they're also just like diving into what the disciples could have been like. It's really cool.
I know they're like new age, right?
Really cool. Really
Mhm.
cool. Yeah.
I really love it. I really love it, and I love the person who's playing Jesus. Like he is
Mm.
so amazing, so amazing. I love it. I love it so much. I love everything about it. So, how do you stay spiritually grounded in in the music industry right now? In such a hard industry that it is right now, even in the Christian
Yeah.
industry, in all music, in all industries in the music world, how do you stay spiritually grounded?
Mm. I This is like it's just so new to me because like I think I was struggling for I know people that like they got into Christian music and then 6 months later just went crazy viral and got record deals, and for me like I've been doing it for like almost 11 years before anything really happened, so like I don't know, I kind of got grounded and almost like used to no reward with it, but like for me like it's very new for me to have like the followers and the views and the comments, and it's almost like it's I think I have to go back to when Paul said like calls himself the worst of sinners, and
Mhm.
like it's I don't think he was literally calling himself the worst. I think he's just like reminding himself that like I need God, and like luckily like I mean I can get into a little bit of my testimony, but I got into Christian music, I guess around 2011, and then around 2014, just lost everything. Lost friends, lost my band, lost the girl I thought I was going to marry. Everything just fell apart. I became an atheist, and I just got. I can delve into that at some point if we want to, but I have no problem delving into it. Just to prove a point here, I got humbled real quick, and I always get real scared when I meet someone and there's like it's almost like they haven't necessarily been humbled, because I think it's so important to realize that, like, God is bigger than you, and you're just a person. And because when you get that following and then people are calling you all this stuff, you're like, I try to throw it all to God.
Correct.
Like, and recognizing, like, yeah, okay, maybe this took some talent, but I also want to, like, throw everything to Jesus. And for me, I try to listen to preachers like every single day, just like open, whether it's the morning or night. Sometimes I don't hit it every morning, but I try to, like, listen to some type of a message every single day, just to remind myself, and then to try to be in constant prayer. And I'm not always great at that, and I'm trying to get much better at that, but just like to even have small prayers to God, that's like super important for me, because, like, um, it's also massively anxiety inducing, all the attention. It's
Yeah.
brand this is brand new for me, and it's kind of a thing of now there's this constant, like, anxiety that's following me, that I have to, like, stay grounded in
Yeah,
my faith
for sure.
by just reminding myself that, you know, God is in control. And the way I do that is by listening to preachers and pray. And, like, obviously, like, yeah, read your Bible, that's
Oh,
super
sure. Of
important.
course. Of course.
um, yeah, but yeah, that's kind of my main thing, like I said, is reading the Bible, and then just listening to preachers, listening to someone who's really an expert in this area. And it just I need that every single day reminder that God is in control, because, like, with all the suicidal stuff I went through, like, my brain is, like, just was totally changed by that. So it's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. You know, we sometimes have to go and let God. And
Yeah.
like I'm going through like this whole cancer journey, and it's just been crazy.
Yeah.
I have to remind myself as well that I have to go and let God, because I'm like on a roller coaster of emotions sometimes. And
Mm,
I get tired, and I'm just like, okay, I'm waiting for my miracle. I know my miracle's coming. I wish it was sooner than later. And I'm tired of going to hospitals. I'm tired of treatments. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. But, I always have to remind myself that I have to go and let God. I have to go and let God. It's in His timing. It's in His this. It's in His that. So I
mm,
understand, and I understand about anxiety. I understand about this because I hate going to hospitals, and I just hate it. I get really anxiety induced, and
mm.
it's like, okay, okay, I gotta go and let God. I gotta go and let God. I gotta go and let God. So I get it. I get it completely for sure. Um,
Yeah. Yeah,
mhm.
to know that, like, to just it's just to remind yourself that he's in control. Because for me, like, I'm so kind of beyond, like, an ego thing at this point, and I'm just trying to get through the day without having some crazy anxiety panic attack. And
Right,
it's not always that bad. But, like, for
right,
me, my fight isn't, my fight isn't me fighting that I'm so awesome. It's literally just fighting the anxiety and trying to trust God, because I just
right.
it's hard, it's
Oh
hard.
no, yeah. It's
Yeah.
hard for I'm sure it's hard for everybody individually in a different way. And
Yeah.
I know not everybody is perfect. The only person who is perfect is God Himself.
Yeah.
And so I know we're all fighting something individually in some sort of way. So
Yeah.
um, God has us. We just have to trust it for sure. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, who are your biggest influences, both in the Christian community and in the broader artistic world? Who would those be?
Mm. Um, man. Okay. So, like, if we're talking, like, 13 years ago, when I
Yeah.
first started out, I like probably, yeah, John Foreman of Switchfoot. That was, like, my favorite.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was my favorite band of all time. Um, and it's weird. I'm such a fan of their music. I love it. But it's like when I went through that whole suicidal thing, left
Mhm.
Christianity, came back, I don't know, I didn't feel like as connected, not for anything they've done. It just, I kind of had to totally find my heroes again.
Right.
Um, so um really like I like worship music, and I don't know if maybe you'll be able to kind of speak into this and relate to this some, but like I feel like Brandon Lake and Phil Wickham have made worship fun again,
Yes.
because it kind of used to be a little like, I do love Hillsong music and I love a lot of that. But somehow Brandon Lake and Phil Wickham wrote all these just like soup like song, like the song Praise,
Mhm.
or the King is in the Room, or stuff like that. Like just these super, they made worship fun, like almost super charismatic, and I really like
Right.
that.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
like
for sure.
those two, I love that Forrest Frank brought cool Christian music to Gen Z. I love that.
Yep.
I love Josiah Queen. He did that thing. He did that
Mhm.
too.
Yep.
Um, yeah, I do like, yeah, I can kind of talk about the preachers. There's really not uh well, and then okay, if we're talking like one artist in the secular world, I would probably say the guy who made like the Lord of the Rings. I love those
Okay.
movies. Yeah,
Okay.
Peter Jackson. He's
Yeah,
like
okay.
I just loved the artsy, but most of the stuff is Christian for me. It just, I grew up as a Christian. So like and we weren't really allowed to listen and watch much
Right.
that wasn't
Yeah.
Christian.
Mhm.
So like a lot of that, but like, yeah, preachers like, and I know like there's two schools of thought with preaching. There's like way too much hell, and then there's not enough hell. And
Yeah.
I try to get in the center there. So like and I totally understand some people would be opposed to some of this, but I love a lot of like Stephen Furtick's messages. And I try, like I said, I try to take some good and bad with everybody's got a little bit that I like, everybody's got a little bit that I don't.
Mhm.
Not a huge fan of, but I love Stephen Furtick. One guy, I don't know if I mean, some people might call him controversial. I don't know, but I really, TD Jakes message like
Okay.
saved my life. I was going to, I was in a really quick moment of a suicidal bout, and someone sent me his message where he basically said, "You didn't do anything wrong. God is crushing you and putting you through this situation because you're a grape, and he wants to turn you from a grape into a wine, because a grape will last for a day in the heat and wine will last hundreds of years, and God wants to use you for more than just a day." And that message just, I mean, I listened to that a whole lot. So yeah, there's some others, but those are kind of the mains. I would say those are like the main guys. So yeah,
Nice. Yeah, I like Stephen Furtick. I can get down with some of his messages. I love
yeah,
Elevation Worship, of course. I
yeah,
love,
oh yeah,
I love them to death. I mean, I can get down with some of Stephen Furtick, and I can get down with a couple of TD Jakes. Like, I can get down
yeah.
with some of his stuff too.
But
For
I'm
sure.
also, yeah, I'm also a fan of like that Cliff guy and like Bryce Crawford. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
for
don't know if you
sure.
know Cliff's like the older guy on TikTok or
Yeah,
whatever.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's,
yeah, yeah, yeah. For sure, for sure. This is Almisa, by the way.
hey, nice to
Hello.
meet you.
Yeah.
Sorry for
Nice to meet you.
cutting in late.
No, it's
Uh,
okay, Mama. It's okay. No worries. We understand. No, but
uh,
yeah, I know him as well. So I'm
yeah,
always constantly listening to like
yeah,
sermons as well. I'll put it on in the morning,
yeah,
or I'll have worship music playing all day long, or I'll have something playing just because
mm,
I like to have that music going and I like to have the prayer
yeah,
going, and or I have to have like some kind of message going. And then at night when I go to bed, I like to have the Bible being read to me
yeah,
to
yeah,
being put to sleep. So I enjoy
yeah.
that as well. So I like to have some
Yes.
kind of something going on that has to do pertaining to God. Or
Mm,
I'll have angelic sounds, like angelic
yeah,
frequencies going on at night. So I like to have
yeah.
that on as well. So that helps me as well. So I love that kind of stuff. It's
That's
pretty cool.
cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
it's interesting. Like before I went through, so I was raised, like we were raised like really, really like Baptist, like almost like fundamentalist.
Oh, wow.
So like, yeah, before, and it was way too intense. I mean, and that was part of the reason I dealt with all the suicidal stuff, is just
Mhm.
this idea that like, I mean, they don't say this directly, but kind of. I mean, this idea that like, you know, God hates you and everything's hell and he wants to burn you. It's like just that getting thrown all the time is like so hard.
Right.
So when
Yeah.
when I went through the suicidal stuff and then I came back, I almost went out too much on the other end. And then 3 years later, I tried to meet in the middle. So I try to, because I think there's people that are way too there's way too lenient, and then there's people that are just way too nasty. And I
Oh,
try to I try to just, you know what I
stay in the
mean?
middle. Stay in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay
Yeah.
in your lane, like, stay in your
Yeah.
lane. Just do you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that you're just doing you and staying in your lane because you are doing so brilliant at it.
Thank you.
You are just, like I was telling you previously, you are so amazing. And what you are doing, I feel like, even in the adult world and in the kids world and just in the world in general, is just so amazing. And I love it so much because I don't see anybody doing mashups. I don't see
Mm,
anybody doing children's mashups. And I don't see anybody just being out there being a Joel Jackson. I don't see anybody doing it. And I love it so
mm.
much. And it's working because you have 10 million views and you have, all these views. And I just love it so much for you. And I'm
Thank
just,
you.
like I said before, I'm just so proud of you and what you're doing. And your testimony is just so amazing. And I just love it. I love it so, so
I
much for you.
appreciate it. It's yeah, it was really, I'm so glad I kind of went through that refinement period, because like I used to just post some crazy stuff on Facebook. I mean, just like almost this like like just this angry religious type stuff. I mean, back when I lost a lot of followers like 12 years ago for it, and I think God, part of why I went through that whole thing is he had to just knock. So much of it was just so much anger and jealousy and resentment of other Christians,
Yeah.
and God had to just knock that out to where I can have this influence now,
Mhm.
and try to lead people towards Jesus and not away from him. I think
Right.
that's really just letting get like not letting my childhood and young adult dysfunction disrupt God's work. That's really important to me. So,
Oh, I love that. That's great. And you're doing an amazing, amazing um, job at it. You really are. So
thank
tell
you.
me about, I want to play one of your videos. So tell me about
Yeah.
um, the 2000, yeah, the 90s worship song mashup. Tell me about that before we play that. Tell me what brought that on, why you wanted to do it, and then we're going to play that.
Yeah, so a lot of that was kind of going back to like, I kind of like I did all the modern worship mashup songs,
Mm,
and I just did those over and over and over again, and I ran out of stuff to do, and no one had done like any old 90s stuff. I mean, it was gone, and so I was like, let me just try, and not let me try something with Lord I Lift Your Name on High, because I think that was the first worship song that I actually like ever learned or sang,
mm, yeah.
which is ironic 'cause it's kind of
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I did. I just decided to do that. Didn't think much of it. Put it out there, and then it resonated. It got like 10 million views, and then I decided, okay, well, let me. If something does really really well on social media, I want it to be able to live on streaming like Spotify and Apple Music, because I want people to be able to take that piece of God with them, as opposed to them losing it on their feed. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah, for sure.
So that was why I recorded it. Yeah.
I love it. And I love that you made albums out of these things.
Yeah.
That you
Yeah.
made albums. So I love that people can purchase it and purchase it and purchase it. So I love it so so much.
Mm.
So here we go, you guys. Here's the matchup that you're gonna be so excited because he has such an amazing voice.
Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love From the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky, Lord, I lift your name on high. Every move I make, I'm making you. You make me move, Jesus. Every breath I take, I breathe in you. Oh, waves of mercy, waves of grace. Everywhere I look, I see your face. Your love has captured me. Oh my God, this love, how can it be? Change my heart, oh God. Make it ever true. Change my heart, oh God. May I be like you and draw me close to you. Never let me go. Lord, reign in me, reign in your power over all my dreams. In my darkest hour, you are the Lord of all I am. So won't you reign in me again, reign in me
How awesome is that?
Thank you guys. That's fun.
I love it so much. Your voice is so amazing. I love it. I've listened to that by mind you,
Have
like a
you,
gazillion times.
I'm sure you heard of excuse me, We Are Messengers.
Yeah, yeah, I love them. Yeah.
Your that it just, I don't know, for whatever reason it reminded of me of how they sing and perform, and the vibe and the energy. It's just very related. Nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love it. I love it so much. I love all your mashups. I watch all of them. But I haven't been able to listen to the Michael Jackson one. So I need to go listen to the Michael Jackson.
I
Oh.
yeah, I did. So like there's a couple of Christian like people on social media that have done like Christian versions of
Mm,
like different songs. One of them, his name's John Lynn. He like recently just signed like a record deal with Centricity. He's like a really cool guy, and
mhm.
he did a couple of Christian versions of songs. And so I just randomly just took it's it's "Beat It" by Michael Jackson. Okay, and like I changed the words and I almost didn't post it, and I was like this is weird. You know what I mean? Like and it just, I mean, it got like 10 million views. It was crazy. I mean, it was like one of my biggest videos ever across like Instagram and TikTok. And man, it's just, I don't know. That stuff's kind of weird, but whatever.
No, but that's wonderful. That's
Yeah.
great, though. That's God working. That's God working, John. That's amazing. I'm so happy for you.
Well, and what I try to do with some of these songs is like that's where I can kind of inject some like more theology is like okay with like "Beat It." I was like, okay, what if we're talking about the devil and you're telling the devil to like get out? So
Hmm.
that that was like that was the angle I took with it, and I don't know. It sounds like oh, can you guys hear me? You guys
I
hear
can.
me?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It almost sounds like a old Striper song or like Petra or something.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of, and I was like, "This is a little weird, but that's okay."
Hey, it worked. It got to 10 million views.
Yeah, yeah.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so listen, we're going to play a little game of this or that.
Okay,
And Misa is going to tell you the rules of my game, and then we're going to play.
perfect,
There's never
perfect.
any wrong answers, and there's only one choice.
Okay,
All right, we ready? TikTok trends or YouTube videos?
YouTube videos, heartbeat,
Okay.
Mm.
Binge watch a series or see a movie in theaters?
binge watch. I can't stand when people talk in movies.
or eat
Me
popcorn or
too.
snack.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Or they open the package like right in the middle of the
Uh,
The
and they're like,
phone going on.
yeah.
I'm
I
telling you,
never go to the movies.
no, the phones have ruined. I will go back to theaters once there's like a guy in every room that's watching for some crazy kids, or when they like
Hmm.
require you to like turn your phone off. And I know that sounds like I'm running a crazy dictatorship, but I'm just like I had I haven't had a good theater experience since like 2019. Like
I understand. We understand. We're with you, Joel. We're with you.
yeah. Yeah.
So, music festival or quiet coffee shop concert?
I'm such an introvert, a quiet concert. I don't
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're going to get Christian here.
Okay.
Face Goliath with only a slingshot or wander the desert for 40 years.
Face Goliath, only slingshot.
Okay.
I'd rather get
Get it
death out
done.
of the way real quick. Yeah.
Same here. Give me my
Yeah.
slingshot.
Yeah.
Okay. Witness the parting of the Red Sea or see Jesus walk on water.
Dang, I mean, I'd have to go with
Ooh.
Jesus walk on
Walking
water
on
because,
water.
like, here, I'll get a little spiritual. Just
Please
like
do.
being in his presence would probably change you forever.
Never. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I would rather be in a room where Jesus just talked to someone than see like the greatest thing ever because
Yeah.
I don't know.
Would be in awe. Would just be in awe of it. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Have the wisdom of Solomon or have the physical strength of Samson.
Ooh, oh man. I see. Now I'm thinking about both of their struggles. I'm like, oh man, does the struggle come with it?
No, I can't give you that. I can't give you that. Just
Okay, hold on. Say it one more time.
have the wisdom of Solomon or have the physical strength of Samson.
Yeah, I go with wisdom. Wisdom is way better than strength, I
Physical.
guess.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Be in the lion's den with Daniel or in the belly of the fish with Jonah.
Oh, the fish. I could stand the smells, but the lions, you might die.
Got it. Got it. Be a shepherd in the field or a magi following the star.
Oh, the magi with the star. Because, like,
Mhm.
I don't know, that just feels cooler.
Yeah, being able to see the visuals.
Yeah.
Study the Bible using a daily devotional or an in depth chronological reading plan.
Which one involves the cell phone? Probably the
Probably,
reading plan.
right, yeah.
Yeah. I'm more like the cell phone can be really distracting. So I'm more like, let's do the first one.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pray. Oh, well, I probably know this answer since you said you're an introvert. So
Yeah.
pray out loud in a large group or pray silently on your own.
Okay, here, I'm gonna get more spiritual.
Okay, let's do it.
So like that whole verse of where like two or more
You
are
are more
gathered,
gathered. Yes.
God's there. Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yes.
So like I'm gonna override the introvert, and I'd rather be in a. I tell everybody that messages me that I can reply to. The first thing I tell them if they're like a brand new Christian, I'm like, be very picky about the church you find, but get in a church because you gotta be around other believers. Like it's like a hack. It's almost like a hack to God because like the thing on your own I just don't think it works. Like you have to be around people. Like
Yeah,
God just shows up. Like he just shows up. I don't
in a totally different way.
totally different
Mhm.
way.
Yeah. Okay, I like that.
Mhm.
Last but not least, give your time by volunteering or donate money to a global ministry.
Man. I mean probably give you I don't I mean I would say I would probably do like give my time because then I might have the witnessing opportunity.
Hmm.
I don't know, like maybe, but I mean, maybe you could do both, but I can't in this question. So I'd say the first one.
Yeah, there you go. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. What do you think is the biggest misconception people have about Christian artists?
Mm, okay, hold on. Um, okay, here. Okay, this has just been my experience, all right?
Mhm.
Everybody, not everybody, but there's this idea that like a ton of Christian artists are just like um ego driven maniacs and they're in it for the money, and
Mhm.
every single one that I have met just wants to get back to their wife and kids on the road. Now, I'm sure there are outliers. I've heard stories from people I trust of outliers, but most of the people I think in Christian music are kind of they're really trying to tell people about Jesus and support their family. I think. I think that's what I've seen. Like that's what I've seen. Like I don't know.
That's
Uh
what you've witnessed. Okay.
Yeah,
yeah, I
okay,
don't
and
know.
that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah.
For at least what I see on the comment sections through my, through like the negative comments on social media, and it's just like I definitely can see how that would be true in the secular world, but
Yeah.
like most people get into, yeah, most people think that people get into Christian, like most people do not, no one gets into Christian music because they're trying to make like money. Like most people are just, they just want to tell people about Jesus, I think,
Mm-hmm.
most people. And yeah, there's a stage, but like Jesus also kind of had a stage, and you kind of have to have a stage to be able to tell people
Learn.
a
To
big
be able to
crowd.
lead.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, why,
Right.
why wouldn't you tell 100 people about Jesus? Why wouldn't you want to do that as opposed to like two, if you can? So,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
um,
How do you
yeah.
connect with your audience off the stage or outside of your studio?
Mm, okay, so this I can get into this. So before I went viral, um, back when I really didn't have many followers, I had this crazy idea to basically make a Christian reality TV series.
Oh,
hmm And we filmed that for 3 years, and then I went viral, and we backlogged it and we saved it, and it's now going to be coming to Amazon Prime and all a bunch of different things in
Heck yeah. God's
in
timing.
in the next 6 months. And it is literally my personal life going to a concert. Some person sends me a nasty text message and I have to deal with it and I'm mad about it. And then we got to get on stage and there's all these distractions. And it's basically a reality series about how the whole worship ministry was falling to pieces and we had to just trust God. So because like if you're just watching the mashups, you don't get to know who I am. So like this is, I know it's technically like, yeah, on a screen, but it is just my absolute guts and bones in front of people that are gonna see it. So it's called the Joel Jackson Reality Show, and it'll be streaming real soon. So
I am so
Nice.
excited for you, Joel. Like, I am so
Congrats.
excited for you.
thank you. It's yeah, so that's, but like if we're talking like in person, I do concerts. We're working on, I just got a booking agent, but like concerts are so complicated. So
Yeah.
like I've done a couple local concerts, and it's crazy. Like some people were driving 8 hours to like like
Hmm.
just like, and I don't know. I was like, anyways. Um so like obviously like trying to do like local concerts to see people. I used to go live, but there's just so much going on right now. I can't really
Yeah.
do that. So the reality shows kind of, that's the big thing right now.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I am just so elated and excited for you. Like you have no idea. I know we chat off of
yeah, yeah, yeah,
here and stuff, but I'm just like, oh, I'm so excited for you.
yeah.
Oh.
That's crazy.
How do you invite the Holy Spirit into your studio session?
Oh man, I'm still working on that. Like I'm
Okay.
still
Okay.
I'm still I'm still learning that, because there's this weird like almost this rub of like okay, I have to make something that is really, really good, really precise, and really like calculated.
Hmm.
And then I've got to let God into this process too.
Yeah.
So I think for me, it's like what I'm trying to do. The best way I can do it now is I'm just trying to be like a good steward of what he's given
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if he's given me this platform, what I'm trying to do is then give everybody on this platform as much of Jesus as I can give them. And for me, that's just singing these old songs that remind them of a time when they maybe felt close to God and now they want to go back to church. But that's yeah, I do that. That's like the best thing I can think of is I'm just trying to be a good steward. I wish I could tell you that like I pray and then God immediately shows me what to do, but sometimes it's not. It's more like he'll give me an idea of something, like a big idea, and then it's like,
Mhm.
okay, go do it. Like go do it. I think it was more he was more like, okay, just go make a bunch, like try to get Christian content to go viral. And that was like his directive towards me because he's like, we need to put more of me on the internet because at the time in like 2021, I mean, it was just almost a bloodbath against Christians. I mean, on the internet, it was just like not a good time.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so I don't know. I guess that's how I invite the Holy Spirit is I just try to do what he tells me by being a good steward.
Yeah. Well, hey, whatever God is telling you, you're doing
Yeah.
right, and it is working,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
Thank
amazing.
you.
Exactly right.
So, tell me about Lord, Lift Your Name on High. Well, I'm going
Yeah.
to play that song next, and what made
Yeah.
you want to do that song?
Yeah. That was so that was just like the one of the only 90s worship ones I could remember from when I decided to do the 90s mashup.
Hmm. Hmm.
And a big reason I did the 90s worship record is like if you go to the 2000s worship stuff, the production it sounds really good. Like Third Day still sounds really really good. God of Wonders, all those songs still sound really good. In the 90s they hadn't quite gotten there yet. So like if you listen to the original Lord I Lift Your Name on High, it's kind of it's just like almost like a choir and there's some drums. And it just, what I tried to do is I tried to do like Phil Wickham meets Forrest Frank. Boom. That was my 90s worship record. So, yeah.
Nice. I love it. I love that so, so much. And I have I downloaded all your records, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. All right, so here we go with Lord, I Lift Your Name on High.
Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on high. And Lord, I love to sing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. And I'm so glad you came to save us. 'Cause you came from heaven to earth to show the way. From the earth to the cross, my debt to pay. From the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on high. I love to sing, I love to sing. Lord, I lift your name on high. And Lord, I love to sing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. And I'm so glad you came to save us. 'Cause you came from heaven to earth to show the way. From the earth to the cross, my debt to pay. From the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high. I lift your name on
You sound so amazing. I love it.
I love
I love your voice
Thank
so
you.
much. You have such an
Oh,
amazing.
thank you.
It sounds so effortless. So
yeah.
effortless.
It does.
It was that one was a little bit harder because like the for a guy, well, no, probably for a girl too, like the verse and the chorus are in totally different vocal places. So I had to like I picked the key for the verse and then for the chorus it's so high. I mean, it's just crazy. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it was yeah. So
Yeah, it can be vocally
Nailed it.
challenging for sure. But you nailed it. You sound amazing, just like on
oh,
these.
thank you.
Nailed it for sure. So what do you think is the most meaningful feedback an artist or a fan has given you this far?
Oh man. I I mean, I think maybe just like a feedback in the overall ministry is that comment that I had talked about where I
Where
see that I see this comment over and over again from different people where they say basically they say my family stopped going to church or I stopped going to church. Then I scrolled through one of your videos and it reminded me of like my faith back then and now we're going to church again. That's yeah, or that's probably I don't know. I mean, I didn't ever expect that when I got into this. I just expected
Mhm.
that, maybe stuff would go viral and then God would move in people's lives on his own and he would do something, but I never expected that like I would see that like that they would go back to church. Like that's really really like I didn't expect to reach atheists. I expected that people would just like Christians, already Christians would just feel Jesus and be stoked about that. So it's really cool. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, that's
So
when you know God
yeah.
is working, and that's when you know that you're doing the kingdom's work and God's work, and that's when you know that you're aligning with what God is aligning you to do, and that's when you know that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing. So that's amazing.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank
of
you.
course, of course. Which song that is out there today do you wish that you had wrote yourself or created yourself?
Oh, that the Waymaker song.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I
Hmm.
love that song. Yeah, that was so when I was just finally jumping back into Christian music in 2021, that was like the big song. And I felt like God was like paving a way for me to get back into like ministry.
Yeah.
And I felt all during COVID like him just kind of I just felt like he was calling me to come back to real ministry and like yeah, so that's that song because I just love that song. I love the words of it, and I think yeah, it's like such an encouragement of like God is gonna make the way for you. Like let
Always.
Him do it.
Yep.
So yeah.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. Yeah, I love, you know what song I love? That song Yet. God, don't
She
give
loves
Oh
that
yeah.
song.
Yeah, that is my jam. If I could have written a song, I think it would have been that one. I
Oh,
love it.
that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So do you write original music at all?
Yeah, I've got. Well, that's the thing is that's all I did. There, if you go back on Spotify and Apple Music towards the beginning, there's original music there. I've got a ton of worship songs that I haven't recorded yet that I've been writing, and we've been trying to find the right time to jump into that. I thought it was going to be this year, but I've got to finish the kids' worship record. So once the kids' worship record is done, I'm probably going to jump straight into just releasing stuff like Forrest Frankwood, like every 2 months, and just
Oh,
try because yeah, I really want to start putting out like worship songs that people can sing in church. Like I love that new song, "Great God, I'm Just Grateful for You" or whatever.
yes, yes.
Yeah, stuff like that. I've got some songs like that I'm excited about. There's a couple of older things that I wrote on, like I said, on my streaming. But I've got a ton that I've been writing for the past year, and I just want to prep, kind of putting that stuff out there. So yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I'm a songwriter too, so I've written
Oh, okay.
like a plethora. I've written like 74 songs, so I'm like
Oh,
always
wow. Okay.
writing,
Yeah,
writing, writing, and
that's cool.
I love it. So that's why I was asking if you've written originals and what instruments do you play?
Yeah, so I basically record everything on my records. So I pretty much play like like all of them, like guitar, drums, piano, um,
Wow.
bass. Yeah, I just kind of, I don't know. I just like, I learned the first instrument I learned acoustic guitar when I was 10. Then I got an electric guitar when I was 13. Then I got drums when I was 17. Then when I was 18, I started learning piano and I don't know, just kind of kept going. And then I got my own recording studio gear and just that's the only reason I've been able to do as much as I've done is because I mean, I could never like pay someone to put out this much content. It would cost just crazy. I
Oh,
mean,
for sure. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. So
Wow. Well, kudos to you. You can sing,
That's
play all instruments, do
mhm.
your music. You are a one-stop shop. And yeah, with all of these followers and views and you're doing it. You are actually doing it and you're so successful at it and
uh,
God is definitely has his hands on you and definitely you are doing what you are led and called to.
Representation.
Yeah.
Exactly.
mm,
Yep.
thank
Hmm.
you guys. Thank you
Yeah.
guys so
For
much.
sure, for sure. So tell us where we can find your music, if you
Yeah,
have any merch, and where we can find that, and then
yeah.
tell us what message you would like to leave your followers and our listeners.
Yeah, if you just go to like joeljacksonworship.com, you can basically it should have a link to everything. But like at this point, this is kind of cool. If you just Google Joel Jackson Christian singer, it should like everything pops up. So that was like that took forever to get. And I'm so thankful for that because it's just made the ministry more accessible to people. Yeah, so you can if you just Google literally Joel Jackson Christian singer, all the links will pop up everywhere. And I've got yeah, you people can buy. I have the '90s worship record on a CD form, and then I have the hymns record in the CD. And then I've got a couple shirts. We're about to redesign a couple things, but I've got all of that if you go to joeljacksonworship.com. And yeah, I would say like just as far as a message to leave people with, like I dealt with all the suicidal stuff, and then the thing that I think I didn't realize is God was like building my story through that. Because before I went through that, and there's so many people that have this testimony and there's nothing wrong with it at all. My testimony was kind of just, hey, God loves you, Jesus is the way to go. And then after I went through all that, it became God saved me from suicide and unbelief, and now I sing songs for him. So if someone's going through something terrible, just keep don't stop, just keep going, trust God, and he'll pull you through it.
Amen
And
to that.
sometimes, yeah, we don't know how he's going to pull us through, and maybe it looks different for everybody, but he'll pull you through. So,
Absolutely, 1000%. And you
Mhm.
are absolutely right. As long as you keep your eyes focused on God and keep your eyes on focus on listening to what he has to say and keep yourself still long enough to listen. um yeah, God can pull you through absolutely anything. So thank you for that advice. Thank you so much for joining us today.
yeah,
You
yeah.
are such a delight and you are such a child of God, and what you are doing is so amazing, and I know God has his hands on you and you are
Mm.
doing such an amazing job for the kingdom. And you are, I mean, the sky is the limit for you. And I'm so excited about your show that's coming to all the platforms. I'm so
Yes.
excited to hear the music that's coming out. And I'm just so excited for you.
Thank you guys so much. This was awesome. This was fun.
Yes.
This was
Yeah,
fun.
thank you so much. You're welcome back
It's been,
anytime.
yes, it's been a delight.
Love to do it.
Blessings to
Yeah,
you.
I love what you guys are doing too. It's just cool to just I just put it's like we're all working collectively to put Jesus on the internet. It's so important.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
right.
We're definitely two women who are not afraid to talk about God, for
I
sure.
No.
love it.
Yeah,
We've
awesome.
seen his work, so
Yes,
Yeah,
for sure, for
that's
yeah,
sure.
that. Yeah.
But we will
yeah.
definitely keep in touch, and
Yes,
we are so elated for you, and we will talk soon. Thank you so much for
awesome.
joining us. Okay.
Thank you
Blessings.
guys. Take care.
Uh-huh.
Bye.
Bye. He is such an amazing soul.
His voice.
His voice
And
is
so
amazing.
talented.
Like he's just so amazing. Like I cannot tell you enough how
Doing it all on his own. Of course,
yeah,
God first, but he exemplifies what God can do when you don't give up. And his testimony, yeah, it's
yeah, for sure.
very touching.
Yeah. I love it. Well, you guys, thank you so, so much for joining us today. Thank you to Alcantar Music for being our sponsor and believing in our vision. Join us tomorrow. Join us Tuesday. Join us Thursday. We have an amazing week. We love you all so, so much. If you would like to be our sponsor, contact me, contact Miss Almisa. If you would like to support our stream, go ahead and click that QR code right above Almisa. I do have a GoFundMe out there. It is on my page. It is on Almisa's page, and it'll show the story that is on there. We love you guys so, so much, and we will see you soon. Thank you so
Good
much.
night.
Bye, guys.